I've been watching training footage of Amir these past couple of days. Him on the pads with Virgil Hunter, doing different type of drills, working on a lot of technical things, working on Khan's technique. But one thing I can't help but notice is how much slower Amir Khan's feet seem to be since he's fighting at this higher weight. He does look fleshy. He's definitely not as lean as he was down at 147 or 140 pounds. Definitely a lot more fleshy. His hand speed has slowed a little, I think, but it's still pretty damn fast. But it's his foot speed, which to me seems to have slowed considerably with this extra weight on. And that may even be more significant than his hand speed slowing, because one thing Canelo Alvarez has is slow feet. So for Khan's feet to slow down significantly, I think is a problem. He's going to need those feet to get out of the way. I personally can't see Amir Khan winning this fight. Even if he deserves to win it, I can't see him winning it. Canelo Alvarez is the darling of the WBC, and he's the darling of HBO. He's the biggest cash cow now on HBO. So he's got a lot of political friends in the boxing world. And we've seen how strong Canelo's hand is politically in many of his previous fights. The Austin Trout fight was a fight I thought Canelo lost, but the judges had Canelo winning the fight. The Erislandy Lara fight is a fight that many people felt Canelo lost. I personally didn't, but many people did. The judges had it for Canelo. The Miguel Cotto fight was a fight that I personally thought was very close. I gave it to Canelo by 1 round. Some people had Miguel Cotto winning, but the majority of people had it close. Well, the judges didn't have it close. The judges had it overwhelmingly in favor of Canelo Alvarez by extremely wide margins. And even in the Floyd Mayweather fight, which Canelo lost hands down, one of the judges actually scored it a draw for Canelo. Now, some people have speculated that the one judge that had it a draw for Canelo was involved. This is their speculation, not mine. They speculate that that judge may have been involved in some type of betting situation. Now, personally, I think it's more likely, and this is pure speculation. I've got no knowledge, no proof, no evidence, so don't bother trying to sue me. Pure speculation, but in my opinion, I think it would be more likely that the judge was bribed somehow to score rounds, as many rounds as possible in favor of Canelo. Now, when you're looking at a fight which is as one-sided as Mayweather Canelo was, you're not going to be able to get away with scoring the fight, big for Canelo when the fight was so one-sided. Because then you're going to go straight to prison after the fight. You'll get straight arrested if, the way the fight played out, if that judge had given it to Canelo by 5 rounds, no way. That judge would have gone to jail. So the judge, if the judge was being corrupt, would have been given whatever rounds that judge could, whatever rounds it thought were conceivable to give to Canelo. It was, the judge was trying to get him to Canelo, may have been trying to get him to Canelo allegedly or whatever, because I don't want to get in trouble here. But yeah, I think the judge was, in my opinion, being swayed to favor Canelo on the scorecards and was trying to do it as, discreetly as possible so they couldn't catch any backlash from it. And I thought it was very interesting and dubious the way Oscar De La Hoya, who, was the head of Golden Boy Promotions, going into the biggest fight at the time of Golden Boy Promotions history, Canelo against Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya disappeared a couple days before the fight, claiming that he'd gone into rehab. Seriously? A couple days before your cash cow fighter goes into the biggest fight of his career and the biggest fight in the history of your company, and you're going to go into rehab a couple days before that fight? I don't buy it, people. This is pure speculation. I've got no proof for this, but I personally believe it could have been a situation where De La Hoya knew what that one judge was going to do. And in the event that Mayweather was robbed, De La Hoya didn't want to be around to catch the backlash. Okay, that's just my theory. I've got no proof for it, but that's just my speculation. Okay, that's what I personally believe probably happened. So Canelo has got all the politics on his side in boxing. I can't see. You look at Erislandy Lara. Is Erislandy Lara a good fighter on his back foot, sticking and moving? Yes, he is. Does he punch harder than Khan? Yes, he does. Is he naturally bigger and stronger than Khan? Yes, he is. He tried stick and move tactics for 12 rounds against Canelo. He didn't get a decision. What makes you think Khan can get a decision? Even if he deserves one, I can't see him getting one. And one thing about Canelo that he's shown, he showed this in the Lara fight pretty much from the beginning, but he also showed it in the Mayweather fight in maybe the final third of the fight. He showed that if he believes he's behind in a particular fight, he can turn on the pressure and start coming forward and throwing big punches. And he showed an improved ability to cut off the ring and apply pressure against Lara. Okay, he was much better at cutting off the ring against Lara than he showed against Floyd. So even if there is a situation where Khan is clearly outboxing Canelo, Canelo can turn on the pressure if need be. If he feels he needs to, he can turn on the pressure, and then it's going to get very dangerous for Khan. And I don't think Khan can withstand much punishment from Canelo to the body or to the head or to the arms and shoulders. I think it'll wear Khan down pretty quickly if Canelo starts to jump on him like the way he jumped on Lara. Lara's got longer arms than Khan, stronger. He was able to cope with the situation. I doubt, particularly Khan with his diminished foot speed, I doubt he'd be able to cope with it. That's just my personal view. So yeah, if it goes to the cards, because of the politics, I can't see Khan getting a decision. And if it does go to the cards, Canelo is very nonchalant, even in fights which people thought were close fights, like the Austin Trout fight. Many people thought that was close. The Miguel Cotto fight, a lot of people thought that was close. But look at Canelo's attitude throughout the whole fight. Very nonchalant, not really applying much pressure, just shrugging his shoulders and strutting around and throwing the odd punch here and there, as if he knew he was going to get taken care of on the judges' scorecards if it's a fight where there's a lot of close rounds. He knew he was going to get taken care of. It's only in fights where he really feared getting comprehensively outboxed, totally blown out of the water in terms of, rounds lost. It's only in those fights, particularly the Mayweather fight, where he decided to, I need to do something. Otherwise, like in the Cotto fight, he'll just lay back the whole damn fight and throw his little counter punches, his little flurries here and there, and he knows that's going to be enough for the judges. So, we'll see what type of boxing display Khan can put on, but it's going to have to be an incredibly dominant performance by Khan to get anywhere close to getting a decision against Canelo, in my opinion. I just can't see, with the political power Canelo has, I can't see Khan getting a decision. I can't see it. Maybe a draw at best, but a decision, I doubt it. It could happen. I mean, this is a crazy world. Crazy things happen in this world, but I would personally be surprised if Khan managed to get a decision, even if he deserved one. And if, as I say, Canelo does turn on the pressure against Khan and Khan is totally boxing his head off, then I fear for Khan being able to actually last the distance. So it's a fight I personally can't see Khan winning, even if he deserves to win it. And looking at his foot speed in these training videos of Virgil Hunter, to me, that's not a good sign either. So let me know what you think, people. Maybe you think differently. Maybe you think his foot speed is okay. Maybe you think he was just doing these particular drills and we shouldn't read too much into his foot speed. Maybe he'll be able to turn on the foot speed or turn up the foot speed when he has to. All right. Let me know in the comment section below. It's your boy Hatman. I'm out.